Welcome to the first football social of the week on XS Manchester. I'm Jim, and this is your place to post your weekend rant, rave or praising your team after the action from Saturday and Sunday. I imagine it's going to be mostly praise this evening as well, because it was two great results for City and United over the last few days. Pep Guardiola picking up his first silverware in this country, and Jose Mourinho and United getting a vital win over Chelsea to regain top spot, or second spot I should say, from Liverpool. And that's going to be an interesting race between those two between now and the end of the season. In fact, who do you think had the most important win this weekend? Was it City and their trophy? That's not a single one of their fans would have dared to call a Tin Pot Cup last season when United won it. Or is it United who surely have to see second place as the minimum requirement for Jose Mourinho this season? The number to call, 0345 111 7625 is the phone number for today's show. If you want to get in touch on the text, it's 87711. It may be very cold outside, but we are going to be stoking the fires of debate with our ice-cool ex-Manchester United legend Mickey Thomas. Evening, Mickey.
Evening, Jim.
And our beast from the Eastlands. Do you like that?
I like that.
Cheers, mate. The face of the pre-match at Manchester City, Danny Fanzone Jackson. Evening, Danny.
Evening, Jim.
So what do you guys want to talk about? City's Cup win, Jose struggled to find his best team, Lukaku scoring against a team in the top six for the first time this season, or yellow ribbon gate? It's up to you. 0345 111 7625 is the phone number, 87711 is the text number, but there is only one place to start this evening, and that has to be the Cup final. Danny, talk me through your emotions here, because I was watching the game with a City fan, lifelong City fan, who 8 years ago, when he watched the League Cup final being won by City, he would have been off his seat, he was been celebrating, he would have been delighted. But yesterday, when I was watching it with him, it was kind of like it was expected. He knew they were going to win, he wanted them to win, but the emotion was what I would feel watching my team pick up 3 points in the league rather than picking up what is undoubtedly a major trophy.
It comes with the territory, doesn't it, of the way that City have evolved over the last 9 years since we were taken over. I mean, it's a tiddler, innit, of a cup, let's be honest. I mean, these divs at Old Trafford, they were celebrating it like they were no tomorrow last season, classing it as part of the treble. I get it. It's a good trophy, you want to win trophies. And what was so prominent for me yesterday was, we've got this group of players, Jim, that obviously they're on a lot of money, we know that, but they want to win trophies. I mean, you saw their emotions. I mean, as fans, we're looking at it, and you saw them, 30, 35, whatever it was, 1,000 City fans yesterday going bananas when there were bananas everywhere. The inflatables were back for one day only, and, but you look at the players' faces, and that isn't about money. That's pure emotion of winning a cup. They're not bothered it's a League Cup. I think there was post-match interviews afterwards where there was kind of De Bruyne says, this is the first one, but we've got bigger ones that we want to win. You're going to get judged on trophies, as Pep was last season with not winning a trophy. Obviously came under a lot of criticism from everybody, and everyone tended to felt it wasn't his squad last year. It was a little bit of an ageing squad. And what he's done now is he's give us an average age, which must be the lowest, or one of the lowest now in the Premier Leagues. We've got a nucleus of a side there that could stay together for the next 8 years, in theory. I mean, I know things don't work out like that, but from a City fan point of view, how exciting is it? And yesterday, I mean, just to touch on the game, I mean, as good as we were, Arsenal were bad, weren't they? I mean, you can understand why they have these rants and Arsenal fan TV. No one watches Arsenal fan TV.
They didn't look bothered, did they?
Never, no. And, and they don't even watch Arsenal fan TV unless they lose. And I'm sure they had hundreds of thousands of hits yesterday because they were woeful, absolutely woeful. I thought, first half, I don't think they were much in it. I thought both teams were pretty bang average, but second half, we went through the gears. Arsenal just couldn't live with us. Our ball retention, our work ethic, something that Chuckle Brother Gary was commenting on during the game. He was saying that they were strolling around, they were walking around in a cup final, and he was fuming, and he was right. If you're an Arsenal fan,
called them a disgrace, I think, didn't he?
It's not cheap, is it? You go with your wife, your two kids to Wembley. It's a 300-400 quid day minimum, 500 quid day to watch your players on the pitch strolling around in a cup final. Is a disgrace, but credit to City. It's the first one of hopefully another 2. We want another 2 after this, Mickey, don't we? These blue fans. We need another 2.
I think you've got 2, definitely. That's the league is going to be on. You know, they won the league. I mean, they would have to have a severe turnaround of events to lose it. So they're going to win the Premier League as well. So that's 2. They're not going to win the treble in terms of the FA Cup because they're out of that. But
it's still a call. I get what you mean, but I'll settle for that treble though. If we win the 3, mate, it will be a treble. My mates who are Reds were telling me last season that they won a treble, Europa League, a League Cup, and a Charity Shield, and now you're dissing a big one.
No, I mean,
Thomas.
There's not the proper treble is obviously the Champions League, the Premier League, and the FA Cup.
No, I'm not having it.
You must have been impressed with City.
But what you got to look at is the Champions League for City and United, and City are going to go through to the next round. And I think I spoke about on Monday or Friday shows that English teams are going to come against each other. There's no question.
Yeah, of course.
Liverpool are qualified. I mean, we should beat Seville at Old Trafford. So who's going to win the Champions League?
I don't know about that.
Premier League. City won the Premier League.
Yeah, I thought 0-0 in Seville. No away goals in a Champions League game is a very, very dangerous situation, isn't it? Seville nick one. I know we're not going to talk about this tonight, but Seville nick one. It makes it really uncomfortable, doesn't it?
Yeah,
Old Trafford?
It will do. But I think with the performance at the weekend, second half anyway against Chelsea, certainly fantastic performance. But United have to focus on that as the biggest one left for the minute.
It's interesting you mentioned the Champions League because I think the celebrations from the fans, if not the players, was definitely mooted yesterday, and there is an element of the expectations that are on City now as a club, and it comes down to having Pep Guardiola as a manager. It comes down to the money that's been spent. Again, we can mention that forever pretty much, but I kind of feel that the Champions League is the trophy. When City win the league, which will happen, I don't know what those celebrations are going to be like because that league is won. So the moment it's actually physically won is going to feel like an anticlimax because that expectation is there. It's pretty much done. So the Champions League, that's the one, isn't it? That's the one that the club want. That's the one that the fans have got to want.
I definitely think it's the one that the owners want. And I don't necessarily think it's the one that Pep will be judged on, because if he comes away from this season with a Premier League title and a League Cup title, I think the owners are going to be really pleased. We're obviously going to go deep in the Champions League because we're there already, really. We're in the last 8 pretty much already. So I do agree with you though, Jim. I think the Champions League it's the one that we've never won. We've won the Premier League. But for me, beginning of this season, if someone said to me, which one do you want to win this season, the Premier League or the Champions League, I would take the Premier League every day of the week.
Where would the Carabao Cup be on that list?
just below the capital.
What Danny's saying is, because if you win the Premier League, you're the best team obviously in this country, but on the bigger picture for Guardiola, he didn't do it at Bayern Munich, he didn't do it last year. He wants that. There's no question.
Oh, without doubt.
I think he wants that more than anything, because he will be, the Premier League is his, but if you're going to be a top manager, he's done it at Barcelona, didn't do it at Bayern Munich, of course, but he wants a double, and that is a massive double. Champions League winners and the Premier League for me.
And the League Cup, so it's a treble, Mickey. Come on, how's your maths? So it was a League Cup final yesterday, a huge game for Pep Guardiola. He needs to get that first try. And who does he start? He starts Vincent Kompany. That says everything about Vincent Kompany. What that says to me is Vincent Kompany will be in our team 100% as long as he can stay injury-free. The only reason he won't be around is if he gets injured. So, and he's admitted that. Vinny's admitted that. He said he can't see himself going anywhere else. It's either City or it's a scrap heap. And, and for me...
There's no one to replace him down at City. There's no type of player like him at City.
Yeah, but we've got 2 young, dynamic ball-playing centre-halves. I mean, but they're not yet, but Vinny's got 7-8 years on him, hasn't he, on Laporte and
different type of players.
Stones
is a ball player, and Kompany is my type of player. He's
but then the flip side of that then, Mickey, is you might have felt that Pep wouldn't play, because what was the game that he brought Vinny in a couple of games ago? I can't remember, because they were a big side and you knew it was going to be physical and you could understand why Vinny might have been in. But when you're up against the likes of Aubameyang and potentially Lacazette, maybe you'd have thought, well, we'll go with a more mobile, pacey centre-half. Yeah. But he trusts Kompany. And I tell you what, he was man of the match by an absolute mile yesterday, Kompany. The guy's a legend for City, and he will be in that team for the next considerable future as long as he stays injury-free.